I'm Paul Zigo, and this is Cinema for Cynics. Green Room is a green movie. It's the first thing I noticed when watching the 2015 film. The entire thing seems to be draped in a heavy green filter. It's a little off-putting, to be honest, but you're just fucking barraged with green for the first 20 minutes or so. Eventually my eyes adjusted, so it's not a deal breaker, just a weird choice for a film that really has nothing to do with the color green beyond its title. Green Room follows a struggling indie punk band. While on the road touring, they find themselves strapped for cash after a gig goes sour. But wait, one of the dudes at the show has a cousin who can get a band a gig. The downside? It's a gig in front of an audience of Nazis. Well, maybe not Nazis, but the punk version. White suprema punks. After making sure that they're not going to be burning crosses or anything, that's a quote, the band takes the gig and seals their fate. They arrive, set up, and for no discernible reason decide to play Nazi Punk's Fuck Off by the Dead Kennedys. I guess they forgot they were insulting a room full of burly skinheads and they themselves are a bunch of dorks. I don't know, but predictably it does not go over well. I really thought this was going to be the reason for the bloodbath that follows, but I was wrong. After shitting all over the Nazi punks, they launch into another song which gets the audience happily headbanging. It's a weird moment. It's the murder scene they stumble upon after the show that gets them in real trouble, though. They end up barricaded in the green room of the club while they try and negotiate a peaceful exit with the club's owner, Patrick Stewart. Picard is used weirdly here. He's the owner of the Skinhead Club, and as we find out, the leader of the local violent skinhead gang. He's clearly a figurehead for all these young men, but it's anyone's guess as to why. He's just a one-note boring guy who gives orders. Maybe there's more to the character in the eyes of all the bright, hopeful skinheads he commands, but we as viewers never get to see it. Go here, grab the gun, clean it up. It's all pretty tiresome. I kept waiting for one of these Nazis to say, "Fuck you, old man," and clock him, but alas, it never happens. Anyway, for some reason, one of the guys in the band decides to give the only gun they have to the Nazis on the other side of the door in exchange for safe passage. It's obvious, even through the lies that they are told, that they aren't getting out of there alive, but he does it anyway. He holds the gun through the crack in the door. The Nazis then proceed to damn near hack his arm off with a machete. He eventually drops it, but only after his arm is turned into a useless flopping mess. At one point, the dude with the chopped arm tells a bandmate that he's sorry for dropping the gun, and his friend replies, "You held it longer than I would have." No fucking shit. I wouldn't have done it in the first place, much less held on through 4 or 5 machete hacks. The band and a mysterious girl who is trapped with them try a couple of times to rush out of the club, and they're picked off one by one during these stupid and ill-conceived attempts until only 2 remain. You see, this whole time, the only reason that the Nazis don't kick down the door and shoot them all is that they're trying to make the deaths look like an accident. Bullet holes, you see, tend to arouse suspicion of foul play, so it's knives and attack dogs only. Until the end, when Captain Picard decides that it's now okay to use bullets. No reason is given, the plan just changes. He doesn't send his whole death squad, though, just Tweedledee and Tweedledum, which evens the odds nicely for a 2v2 final showdown. It pays off well, just a shame it makes no sense. On the positive side, there are some pretty believable performances here. The late Anton Yelchin, who's Chekhov in the Star Trek reboot, does a particularly good job playing believably into the headwind of implausibility that just permeates this movie. There's some pretty cool action sequences too, and some generally surprising and gory moments, so fans of horror won't find this movie to be a total wash. Despite its story-based setbacks, I found a bit to like in Green Room. The dialogue is particularly polished, and some of the conversations that take place provide a great framework for the action that follows. I wish that the villains and the story and the hook were a little more fleshed out. It's far from perfect, but it's worth a watch. Watch it.